Imagine a world without government funding. National parks close, veterans don't receive benefits, and vital research halts. Government funding ensures schools have resources, hospitals have equipment, and the military can protect us. It supports roads, bridges, and public utilities. A shutdown sends ripples through these sectors, causing impacts. Classrooms may lack books, hospitals' beds, and roads could fall into disrepair. Veterans might wait for benefits, researchers stall due to lack of funding. Everyday citizens rely on government-funded services like Social Security checks and food safety inspections. These are services we may not notice until they're gone. As you can see, government funding is an essential part of our lives. Recently, the US was on the brink of a government shutdown. This was more than just political wrangling. It was a severe threat to the nation's functioning, with far-reaching implications. At the heart of the turmoil, hard-right conservatives revolting against a plan to prevent the shutdown proposed by House Speaker Mike Johnson. Despite resistance, Johnson held firm, attempting to build a cross-party coalition. Congress, with individually motivated decisions, complicated matters, but the Senate managed to pass a temporary funding package. This stopgap measure, however, increased shutdown risks, dividing the decision-making deadlines into 2 dates. Adding to the complexity, the bill notably excluded wartime aid for Israel and Ukraine, and these issues were put on hold until after Thanksgiving. Despite pressures, Johnson remained determined, advocating for deeper spending cuts. This invited further resistance from conservatives, now using the shutdown threat as leverage. This internal conflict added to the uncertainty of the situation. Congress managed a temporary solution, but the question remained: how long can these temporary solutions hold up against the underlying issues that threaten to bring the government to a standstill? This recent brush with a shutdown underscores the urgent need for a long-term funding solution for the US government. Now that the immediate threat of a shutdown has been averted, what are the implications? This close call has initiated a series of complex negotiations that could shape our nation's future. A major implication is the push for deeper spending cuts. Speaker Mike Johnson, instrumental in averting the shutdown, is advocating for significant spending cuts, a stance facing opposition, particularly from hardline conservatives within his party. The House GOP's discord could impact negotiations with the Senate, leading to potential political standoffs. This could affect the government's functionality and its ability to address the needs of the American people. The situation also highlights funding needs for Ukraine and Israel, facing significant challenges. However, consensus isn't easy. Republican senators seek immigration legislation with Ukraine aid, adding complexity to negotiations. Reducing aid to Ukraine has potential consequences. As funds dwindle, the US is cutting back on aid, which could affect America's global standing. In conclusion, the decisions made by Congress in the face of a potential shutdown, far-reaching implications for our future. The weight of these decisions could affect millions of Americans and our nation's future. It's crucial for our leaders to remember their impact. The decisions made by Congress in the face of a potential shutdown have far-reaching implications for our future.